Hey, you hanky. Don't worry, everything will be alright.
Not with Dr. Doomface around. Daddy, is that you, darling? Yes, Daddy. Oh, glass. Hi, Daddy. Me, I always run. Daddy. Would you do a beauty makeover for me? Certainly. Is it on now? Very good, thank you, Daddy. Daddy? Darling, what is it? Oh, word with me, Daddy. Would you mind rearranging my flowers for me? What? I want a new flower arrangement. But what flowers are for? Well, arrange it differently. Would you prefer it most to left? There you are. Not yet, just one flower. They look lovely, darling. Thank you, Daddy. Daddy, I'll speak to you about something. Darling, what is it now? I'm bored of that flower arrangement already. But you, I'll change it around for you. Even prettier than last time. Thank you, Daddy. Daddy, no, about your will. You told me you will, haven't you? Oh, yes, I did will. What is it now? If you want me to rearrange a single flower one more time, I'll rearrange your face. Oh, well, just excuse while I count my legs. Oh. Let me tell you about the dream I had last night, darling. It was a nightmare. Remember how we used to keep chickens and eat them? Well, I had this terrible dream that all those chickens we ate came chasing after me. There was a really big one, no head, where I almost died from. You almost died with fright. Douglas, if you want me to rearrange a stinky flower one more time, I'll rearrange your face. Well, just excuse me while I count my legs. I'm going to get Willie out of it. What's it? Is that why they wouldn't let you join the Scouts, darling? You got the voice all wrong. A chicken with a tail goes, wah, wah. I'm going to front you dead. Right, me? I'm all likely to die laughing. I've done it! Hooray! The old man's dead! Now, find his work. I bet I know where he keeps it. I hereby leave all my money, £100, to my beloved daughter, that is Mr. Money. I've been tricked. He hasn't left me any money at all, and I've been carrying on collecting for him for the last 5 minutes. Oh, I'm cross.
Who yelled out a race?
I didn't tip the bucket. Oh, no, Miss Big Money is dead. myself up by playing naughty. Sure, time for a start. Oh, misery me, oh, what a sad lady I am. Oh, look, Ned, this poor old lady's crying. It's made my head and eye too. Dear kind lady, what's the matter? I'm being robbed. It doesn't matter, I'll pay back whatever I took. Ned, you said you hadn't any money. I got a few pennies. He took £400. £400? Who did? Horace lost his almost broken in a poor old lady. That's when we get to lose. That's what I sounds like that one over there. What were you doing with £400? Going to buy some pigeon food. £400 worth of fussy eaters. What can we do to help? Nothing. Poor little house done. Do you think you could break into the house, Horace Block, and get my money back? Well, you won't be breaking the law, or are you too cowardly? No one calls me a coward, horrid little spider. We'll get some money back so you can buy enough pigeon food to make the 1,000 square right in the North Pole. Come on, Ned. Those knuckles actually believe Horace Block stole my money and I'm broke. If there's a deal, I get the dough. If they get caught, to jail they go.
direction everywhere, so listening to the stars. Yes, I will never forget Captain Dumpling, the word of the room on top. He was a vicious slave driver, but the strange thing about him was that if anyone ever mentioned anything to him in the sea, he would automatically go seasick. Good morning, Captain Dumpling.
Why on this boat nestled? Why are you scrubbing the floor, you convict?
Deck, Captain.
Deck?
Ship have deck?
Ships, don't use that kind of language when I'm around, or I'll draw and quarter you, then I'll fry your giblets. So be warned. I brought someone to help you with your scrubbing, Ned. So, Flora and Betty, come here, you stubby old biscuit.
Me, stubby old biscuit, you sailor.
Sailor? I feel sick. Please don't mention anything to do with you know.
The sea, you mean?
Yes, that's what I mean. What you just said.
Sorry, Betty. Don't you remember me? I'm the chimney sweeper calling to McMahon's house. What are you doing here? I got transported for telling awful jokes. But you didn't get hanged. Don't talk to me about hanging. It was hanging that killed my poor Uncle Andy. He bashed his head on the hanging post.
You two get to work. I'm going front.
Bow.
I don't bow to the likes of you.
No, that's what she's called bow.
Sit down. I feel sick.
Tell your Auntie Flora all about it.
Well, it's all this slave driving and whipping people and being nasty.
Don't you like it?
Of course I do. But not at sea. I never wanted to be a sailor, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel. I want to be a cook.
I wanted to be a cook, so I started working in the bakery store making fairy cakes. One day, I was stuck on the back of the head, and when I woke up, I was here.
You were sandbag. Huh? Yes, that means she was stuffed on the back of the head with a bag of sand.
It was my back of fairy cakes, actually. Anyway, I became the ship's cook, and I had to cook for thousands of convicts.
What did you feed them?
Fairy cakes, it was the only thing I could make. I can remember what the captain said when he tried one. He smiled at me and said, and then he died. I didn't want anyone to find out about my cooking, so I became the captain of the ship, and I've been seasick ever since.
Why don't you release that convict and they will never have to go to sea again?
Release you? Never! After all, I am the captain of this little shivery old tub. I don't take orders from anyone except the moaning mermaid, of course.
The moaning mermaid?
Yes, there's a mermaid around these here waters. She's beautiful with long white hair. If she tells you to do anything, you must obey her, or you will die.
Have you ever seen her?
Never. But if you two don't get to work, I'll toss you overboard so you can meet her. I think I'll go roast a few fairy cakes, grate me cheddar, and stir the egg.
I can feel that this ship is going around in circles. I'm not surprised. Captain Dumpling is even backier than me. All this talk about moaning mermaid, I tell you, the pity doesn't poke her head out the water right now and tell her to set up all convicts free. Wait a moment, they've given me an idea. What's going on in that upper little head of yours? Suppose the mermaid did show herself up and told Captain Dumpling to set all of us free. Oh, good idea. I'll just get my fishing rod, drop her a line. Drop her a line, get it? Too good for you. Not for all go listen to my plan. We can just run to the mermaid. So that you can go to Captain Dumpling's cabin and tell him to set all my convicts free. But how can I be the moaning mermaid? The moaning mermaid has long white hair, not like me.
easy to imitate a dish. What was it? Try to hear something.
I said no! I'm the only mermaid you used to be!
The mermaid crushed me the garlic hat over there.
Oh, he wasn't killing me. Are you Captain Dumpling?
I am.
You look more like a cook. Where's Captain's log?
I put it in the lost stove.
Oh,
Don't ask me on what you are, mermaid. Why are you here?
I want you to release the convicts.
Release them. Never.
Look, I may be glamorous mermaid, but if you don't do what I say, you're going to flip up in your face.
You are glamorous.
What are you looking at?
You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I think I'm in love. Will you marry me?
Marry you? I'm a mermaid. Ned, get me out of here. Captain Dumpling's gone bonkers.
Let me stroke your fine now. You are ace. Marry me. Say you will.
Stick clear, you stupid animal.
Steve, I just realized I'm supposed to be steering this ship. How close?
Laura, I still could not find Laura anywhere. We had been on the good ship in our time got shipwrecked on the Tasmanian coast, and we all had to swim for our lives. Eventually, some of us reached the shore. So this was my first time in Australia, the land of the convicts. So this was my time. over there. The one with the big feet and the tiny little head. I know, it must be a kangaroo. Excuse me, are you a kangaroo?
Of course not. I'm PC Clara.
Why, what are you doing in Australia?
Making sure all you daddy convicts keep working.
Then how come you jumping up and down?
Bullets.
Are you going to squash them?
No, they're in my pants. I'm Richard Convict last put them there. I want to flog out. I took myself, but I can't hear still. Now you, get ready, Ratchet. Stop that, you naughty convicts.
But this is my girlfriend, Nora. And what happened to you?
I was on a different ship, and we were both by pirates. The captain wanted me to marry him and everything.
And did you?
Did I marry him? Of course not, silly. You're the one I love.
I know, Nora, I feel marvelous.
Oh no, I feel wonderful. Oh Christ, I feel itchy. Poor Pixie Clara. The only way to get those ants out is to shake them out. Come on, Ned, let's help him.
not move. Look, I'll cut it down if you like.
No, I'll have this tree down before you can say deforestation.
Look, Nora, there's another emu.
Where?
Oh, you missed it.
Ned, are you sure that tree didn't move?
Well, let's sit down and have a picnic, even if there isn't any shade.
It's so nice to be out in the open air, standing tall and cooped up in the horrible ocean. And the weather here is warm and sunny, not like England.
They say the sun turns you nutty.
Of course it doesn't. Ned, some blood has got my sandwich.
Maybe it's true what they say about the sun turning you nutty. Here, Nora, have a drink of the water. That's right. Now it's raining.
And not a cloud in the sky. What a strange place Australia is. What's the water, Ned?
But I passed it to you.
No, you didn't. There it is, up the branches of those trees.
Don't ask me how it got there.
Ned, you guzzled the farm.
Nora, well, I did take a bit before we started. But Nora, how long will it take to the next side loop?
Can't you just go behind the tree?
No, I think I'll just go along through the bushes.
It's so nice to be out in the open air, listening to the whistling of the birds, the rustling of the leaves of the trees, and the heavy breathing of the tree behind me. Heavy breathing! Let go, you horrible old tree! I've got you now, Nora. Help! Help!
Nora, where's Nora? Nora's been kidnapped. Oh no, I'll never see her again. Wait a moment, here are some crumbs from her sandwich. If I follow them, maybe that will lead me to where she is. Now all I need is my broom bag.
I know, it must be a boomerang.
Me represents Doomface. He teach me to be gentleman. If you're a gentleman, you don't time me. Mr. Doomface get very mad if I do that. He hit me with big black pudding. Hurt like crazy. Now you wait here, lady, for Mr. Doomface to kill you.
Help! Help! Oh, this we saw. I keep on faithful vegetable fields and saving you.
Just wait till my man gets here. He'll start the dickens out of you.
Oh, Darcy, you disappeared when I've been running something dirty.
What horrible thing Ballet.
Yes. What's this, Lord? You can get from a Peter.
Goody.
Well, Lord, what do you think?
You did bring me here to show me all the ballet. Who are you?
How did you get such Douglas Doofus, your stepbrother?
You?
Me. I want all the way to Australia because I want something from you.
Petticoat.
No, not her petticoat, she was Sharon. Our father, old Marjorie McMurray, died and left his entire fortune to you. If you die, I get the money.
What are you going to do to me?
I'm going to batter you to death with a Scottish black bullet.
Help!
God, Julius is a truthful wretch.
You should have said you'd like our ballet.
I'm doomed. Me and my dad will never live together in our nice little home. I'll never see my child Jimmy Soup again.
Then, listen to the rescue.
Oh, Dad, I'm so glad to see you.
Stop there, Mr. Soot. I'll squeeze your head like pimple.
Ask his dad. Ask that monster to dance. Are you crazy? Ask him, Ned. All right, may I have the pleasure of this dance?
Can I be gentleman?
Sure, if you like.
Then we make ballet together.
I'm sorry I had to do that. He was such a lovely ballet dancer. Now, what does Mr. Doom make want to kill you? I'm his stepsister, and he hopes to get £1 million that my father has big money left for me. £1 million? I don't care about the money, Ned. I only want to be with you. You are with me. Not in this stinking cave. Untie me quickly before Douglas Doom into a jewel.
Now next up for trying to foul my plan, I'm going to use this black pudding to black you out for good.
So you seem to go.
Are you there, darling? Daddy, aren't you supposed to be dead? I am the ghost of Mr. His Money.
Daddy, what did you do in Australia?
I have been searching for you, darling. Searching high and low. You make it all look like either crop. What did it say in my will?
All your money goes to Nora.
And what are you doing to her now?
Showing the ballet.
You were going to kill her, you greedy little brat. You get the money. Well, darling, I know it was you who threw Nora out of the house when she was a child. You're a dead little whore, darling. What are you?
A dirty little war, Daddy.
What you need is some real exercise, not this rough and tumble ballet nonsense. Being dead, I learned living people are very happy, but all this that, right on the spot, Douglas. Do some push-ups. Scissor jump. Now, Douglas, I want you to do the hardest test of all, the Highland sling. Don't be a lazy daddy, don't go daddy, don't go daddy, don't do sling. Don't have to work your body, don't go happy, don't let it go happy, don't do sling. Sling till your body's built, sling till your body's built, hopping and pumping and sweating till you lose yourself. High, lazy, lazy, high, why don't you come and try to do the play?
Somebody help me quickly. I'm better with this singing. My head's getting pretty. Doing the thing. I hate speaking. I'm just running. I'll break my guilt and doing the thing.
Sling till your body's built, sling till your body's built, hopping and
Kylie. Morning, Addie. If you ever see anyone doing a Highland fling up and down Tasmanian coast, be sure to give him a wave, because it's bound to be marvellous. And now Kylie would like to say something. Time and effort towards this production. Without her, this night would be possible. And also Mrs. Jackson, who's nice on playing piano for us. Both of them put a lot of hard work into this. Would they like to come up, please, if it is? To Miss Mailey, who's also put a lot of time and effort towards this as well. Thank you.
I've got a very happy job to do now. Tony and Mark, I'd like you to come forward, please. Tony and Mark. I'm not quite sure what's happened. I've got some funny things here. Roxanne? Lisa? Rebecca? Mr. Williams? Hannah? And Kylie? And Rachel? And Haley? Julianne's not here, all right, take her away with it. Susan's not here either. Oh, she's good. Helen is here. And I've made my up somewhere along the line. Tony Hall was great. Pick up television, Tony, because I thought I was down there. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Wyatt, who has something to say.
Thank you, Ms. Marley. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The efforts of many, many people who contributed to an outstanding presentation tonight. First and foremost, I would like to say a very special thank you to the ladies and gentlemen who are seated behind me, because tonight it looked so easy. But believe me, during the course of last week and even up until this afternoon, there were quite a few doubts in terms of whether we could all come together. So, on behalf of all, I would like to say congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, on a really outstanding effort. Very well done. Talking to the boys and girls, the young ladies and gentlemen who are seated on the stage, behind the scenes, there are many, many children who have contributed in terms of moving of props and acting as ushers and usherettes to just make sure that those little things that, while they don't appear all that important, if they're not done well, things like tonight just can't come together. So to those behind the scenes people, a very special thank you to you as well. To our staff members, everyone at school contributed in some shape or form to the success of tonight, from the preparation of props to the supervising of extra classes, for simply sharing a few tears from time to time. To all the staff members, a very big and a very special thank you. To you, of course, the audience. Standing up in front of so many people, something like, or very close to 300 tonight, I believe, takes an extra special effort, of course. But the extra special effort will not show through unless you took the time and effort to come along and support this production. So to you, the audience, thank you very much. As is usually the case, I'm not going to forget somebody. And so the people I forget, I'll apologise to you at this particular point in time. Also to the choir. Obviously the choir had a very important job to perform tonight, and I believe they did it admirably. Congratulations to them all. So I guess the DNC, of course, are ever ready to support us in any of the endeavours that we undertake. To all the folks who manned the refreshment stall outside, particularly Mrs. Lynn Jakey, who as usual coordinates very, very effectively. To you, Lynn, Joe, and Laurie, thank you very much for your efforts. Mrs. Jackson has already been acknowledged tonight, and I would like her to step forward and accept another small token of our appreciation for the magnificent support that she has given us not only this year, but in many, many years leading up to this. So, Mrs. Jackson, a very special thank you for the magnificent support that you have been giving us. Very greatly appreciated. Fantastic. Last, but by no means least, a very, very special lady who, in many respects, I thought was immortal. Because the way that she was looking and feeling about this time afterwards, I don't really think a mere mortal would have made it through to tonight. Of course, I'm talking about Mrs. Schultz. She has put in there.
People conquer another country and they think they're superior to the people who live there. Pamela?
I also see a lot of discrimination against people because of their colour, of their skin.
Yeah, well that seems to be one of the main prompts for racism, doesn't it?
I think racism is just a form of like fear. They don't know like where they're from or anything. They probably think that they're magical or something and they can do other things that they can't.
So you think that
they're afraid of the other race from taking over them.
Do you think that happens in Australia?
Oh, well, it exists in some places, but mainly it's pretty good in Australia compared to other countries like Africa and that.
Do you see, I mean, we see a lot of television, we see a lot of stories about other countries. What sort of examples of racism have you seen?
Oh, well, just in a school ground, like jokes and that about Irish and that. Yeah. It's not major things, just little gestures and conversational talk.
Do you think the jokes can be, even though they seem like a really little thing, do you think they can be quite damaging?
Well, if the joke's about their race or something, it can hurt them a bit, but it's not that bad, but sometimes it can turn into a thing that's very damaging to people.
It can. Okay. Alexandra?
Well, I think everyone's equal and they all should be treated equally and no one should be joked about or anything because it might really hurt their feelings.
But not everybody believes that, do they?
No, not everybody. Like, not everybody is racist, but, you know, some people think that they're better than one another.
What sort of things do you think happen in Australia, racist things?
Oh, like with the Aboriginals, like they pick on them or joke about them or just things like that.
Why do you think that happens?
Because they think they're better than the other people, like their skin colour and they're normal. Like they think that just because they're black that means they're abnormal. Like, but because they're white they think they're better than the black people.
Yeah. Grant?
Well, I think that the people
Well, what do you think about racism? I mean, what Alexandra was just saying, that one group of people think they're better because they're white, and then they're better than the black people or yellow people or whatever colour.
Well, because they're different from what they are, they think that they're wrong, and what they look like is what people are supposed to look like.
Do you think that white people are better than black people or vice versa?
No, not really. Everyone's probably equal in a different way.
Yeah, everyone's an individual. Amanda?
I think racism is unfair because people just don't look past things like religion and where they come from. And some people are really nice inside just because they come from another country doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah. Do you think that what we were saying over here was right, that there is a bit of a fear associated with someone who's different from you?
Yeah, I think there is.
Yeah. Nathan?
I also think it's wrong because everybody's different and they have their own ways and cultures and everything. So, you know, I think it's...
So we should allow for those sort of differences and try to understand them and accept them and learn from them too. Let's meet our first guest today. Bill Buchanan is a Principal Training Officer with the Mobile Cross-Cultural Awareness Training Unit. It's called MOCA2, and his role involves training people from many different backgrounds in cross-cultural communication, which is a great thing. Welcome, Bill. Bill, why do you think that people are racist?
I think a lot of problems with racism revolve around the fact that racism is basically something that deals with fear of the unknown or ignorance. It tends to come from attitudes that are born out of, you know, people sort of feeling uneasy about other people or judging other people on their own cultural values. A very clear example of that would be, for instance, if we take the view, because someone dresses differently to us, that they in fact are inferior to us, then one could say that that is a racist view. And the thing about racism, if I could just briefly put that on perspective, a young man over here actually hit it right on the head, and that is that really a lot of it is, you know, fear or based on ignorance.
We're talking about racism on Look Who's Talking today, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. Welcome back. We're talking about racism today, and I think, Cameron, you had your hand up before.
Yes, well, I know someone who is teasing someone at school just because he's a different colour, and he seems to get upset and then turns around doing vice versa.
What do you mean? That?
Like calling him names too just because he's white also. So it's
Well, what
like
do you
vice
think about
versa.
that kind of situation?
Well, I don't really like people calling people names because I get teased and I don't like it, so why should anyone else have to put up with it?
What do you think about racism, about in the world? I mean, do you think it's something that has been around for a long time?
Yeah, it's been around for hundreds of years, basically. People just don't like each other, and we're supposed to be one big world together, and they're all fighting.
Yeah. It's not a happy sort of situation, is it, Dylan?
I've got a multicultural family, and my granddad and grandma, they had trouble when they first came to Australia because they come from Malta, and lots of people were teasing them.
What sort of things were they saying?
Oh, I don't really know.
And how did it affect them? I mean, do they still talk about that? Was that painful?
They don't really talk about it anymore, but I think it was very painful.
And did they talk to you about it? Did they tell you that this happened? And
No, my mother told me this.
yeah. Do you think that as the generations go on, that we learn from things like that?
Yeah, I think it will.
Does it still happen to you?
No, not really.
No. I can't see your name there. It's hiding behind your jacket, Luke. Oh, okay. What do you think about racism?
Well, I think it's not very nice to actually see that people are getting hurt inside. I reckon that people should look deep inside to where their heart is and not tease for what they look.
Nathan?
People who get teased, have a lot of hurt and stuff, and it could even lead to emotional breakdown or something like that.
Well, Bill, I suppose that it could lead to some very terrible sort of situations.
Yes, in fact it does. A lot of people become recluses, and and you have communities, for instance, who don't communicate with others. An example of that was recently when I was in Mount Isa, I found the Finnish community there. A lot of the mothers of the children that I was teaching at the school wouldn't speak English because they were afraid that people would be, sort of having an attitude or having a problem with their lack of English.
All right, well, let's meet our next guest, Francine Cito, the coordinator of cross-cultural programs at the Contact Youth Theatre. And her role is to address the issue of what we've been talking about, racism, and to promote multiculturalism using theatre. Welcome, Francine. Well, how can theatre help break down the barriers?
We believe that theatre and the arts is something that's common in all cultures and backgrounds, wherever you come from, wherever you live, and that by expressing ourselves creatively, you can, I think, build positive systems of communication whereby differences are accepted. And it's a beautiful thing to do.
Well, I suppose differences are respected and admired in a theatrical sense because everybody has something to contribute. All right, we're talking about racism. Does anyone have some questions for Bill or Francine? Paul?
Mr. Buchanan, do you think that possibly the reason for discrimination against coloured people could be because, well, when young people, or when you're young, a lot of people, your parents sort of say about boogeymen, and you often associate evil with dark or with black colours. Do you think that could be the reason for some discrimination?
I think that possibly people may feel that at times. For instance, when we were children, taught about the boogeyman as well, and except it was for a good reason, and that was to keep us away from the local cemetery. But importantly, I think that a lot of the problems between, say, Aboriginal people in this country and non-Aboriginal people, or white people if you want to use that term, a lot of those are because people don't understand the differences culturally. And Aboriginal people, I suppose, we tend to live life differently to what white people have. We have different expectations. We're a lot closer to the land. And we also tend not to be overly represented in the cities. 60% of our people live in remote areas.
You were talking about your parents telling you about boogeymen. Do you think that sometimes parents and older people teach us racism?
Well, you could say that. It might not be, they might not actually know that they're doing it, but they could be doing it indirectly by saying things about boogeymen or whatever.
Yeah. All right, we're talking about the subject of racism today. We've got to take a quick break, but we'll be back in just a moment. Well, in Australia, the variety of people of various different nationalities is almost as great as the variety of the landscapes. We're talking about racism today, and we might talk to David.
Do you think that many races should live in the same place or separately?
I think Australia is a good example of where people from a lot of different cultures, and I prefer to use the word culture as opposed to race, because we really all have our own cultures, and in Australia we're a very multicultural society. And if you just look around, even in this audience, or look around in your neighbourhood or community, you will find people from many different cultures living in those communities, and a lot of you live very happily.
Well, let's just find out how many different backgrounds there are amongst us. Now, my ancestry is Scottish, although I was born in Australia. Your ancestry is Maltese.
Maltese and Samoan.
Maltese and Samoan. Where else have we got? What other cultures have we got here?
One of my grandparents is Welsh.
Welsh. Okay, Ben?
Oh, my ancestors came from Germany.
Germany, okay. What about you, Smita?
I come from Fiji.
Fiji. And how about Kirsten?
My father's side comes from Germany and my mother's side comes from England.
Okay. And how about Matthew?
I've got Irish and Scottish.
Irish and Scottish. And Max?
I have a Scottish ancestry and my mum's side's got a German ancestry.
German. When the Germans first came to Australia, they were discriminated against too, weren't they? Francine?
Oh, definitely. All all different ethnic groups, I think, have had discrimination from the dominant culture.
So as different cultures came, the Greeks, the Italians, the Germans, whoever, why does this happen?
I think it goes historically, if you go back to the First Fleet, for instance, we had people from at least 20 different cultures coming across. And why does it happen? I suppose is very simple, and it's a question I could probably pose back at the kids here. I mean, why is it in your community, all of you at some stage will have experienced someone making fun of you for some reason? And a lot of it's based, and you know, maybe if we talk about that, we can actually see why people find different cultures to be so different that they actually are afraid of them. And
so they've got to try and be dominant or more important than the other culture.
And yes, and importantly, some cultures, for instance, have a history of dominating others.
Kurt?
Have either of you ever been discriminated against?
Yes, I have. It's funny, I think as a child I didn't notice it as much. It's only a little bit old, when you're a bit older, you reflect back on the little things that happened. Like the jokes that people make about wogs and about chinks and things like that. At the time you just think it's funny because everyone else says it's funny. When you're older, you sort of reflect on the hurt and you do see that that was discrimination.
Has anyone here ever experienced any sort of discrimination that they know of? Regina?
In grade 1, I was called blackie and all things like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what did you do about that?
I didn't do anything. I just tried to ignore them.
Were your parents very helpful?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. What about you two, Sharon?
Yeah, they call me black sometimes and I'm right.
What do you think about the idea of labelling people by colours, by saying, you know, for instance, Scottish people of Scottish or English background are white, and you know, Caucasian people are white, and you know, for instance, Aboriginal people, built black, brown, all those colours. What do you think about that? What do you think about it, Mark?
Well, I don't mind.
It doesn't worry you? What do you think about it, Bill?
Well, it doesn't worry me. I tend to think we're all human beings, and we're all individuals. We all think differently, we all speak differently, we all dress differently. I think what's important in this world is to take, I suppose, as Mark said, you know, an attitude where we don't mind is going to actually lead to more harmony in Australia.
Yeah.
Dear Francine, how long have you been in the theatre business?
I'm actually an outsider. I mean, my background is as a youth worker, but I really believe in using theatre and arts as a way of changing people's attitudes towards each other. And I've been doing it for about 5 weeks in the theatre, but I hope to be in here for a while.
Well, it would be wonderful if we could achieve a more harmonious life. Racism is what we're talking about, and we'll be back in just a moment. Well, are we a racist society in Australia, or are we a multicultural society? We're talking about racism, and we might start off with Ashley.
Francine, how hard is it to mix different cultures in theatre?
I think in Australia it's a relatively new thing to mix the different different theatre forms. I don't think there's any problem with that. I mean, I've seen bilingual plays where you've got English as well as another language, and it works out perfectly fine.
It must make fantastic theatre, because you've got like the Japanese theatre, which is so colourful and all the makeup, and then you've got all sorts of different things you could draw from. Grant?
Well, have you ever come across in a black society, any white people who've tried to make themselves black or vice versa?
In other words, people wanting to be someone that they maybe aren't.
Yes.
Yes, in fact I have. I spent a lot of time in traditional communities, and we have a lot of anthropologists who come out and from time to time study Aboriginal people and find themselves wanting to live as Aboriginal people. And interestingly enough, those people are doing it, I suppose, with a purpose, but we'd all like to be someone different at some point in our lives, and some people actually try and do that.
But on the positive side, it's something that can really enrich our lives, isn't it? I mean, if you can teach me something about the Aboriginal culture, that will give me more knowledge. It's a great thing, isn't it?
Yes, and I think everyone should learn about the other cultures in Australian society.
Pamela?
Have you been able to persuade someone to change their attitude about racism?
I would like to think that we have. I actually train in an area that deals with cross-cultural communication, and I believe that if people can communicate better, then if racism is based on ignorance and fear of the unknown, then when you can communicate, it's a skill. You can actually communicate with people and there becomes no unknowns. And I would hope through that process that people will in fact learn for themselves and enjoy the experience of dealing with other races.
Drew? I believe that God made people different purposely so that he could see whether they could get over that boundary of anti-discrimination.
Well, taking Australia, do you think that we will become a happy multicultural society and all learn from each other, or do you think there are people who are so racist that they're just not going to be able to do it?
Well, at the rate we're going, we're heading towards a good multicultural society, and well, I hope that it will become more pleasant in the years to come for other coloured people.
Yeah? No, I can't see your name. Justin?
Has it ever affected you by getting a good job?
Has it ever affected me getting a good job?
The colour of your skin?
Actually, in my working life, I have had that problem, but I've believed, I suppose, in my own skills and ability, and I learnt a lot about those people and about cultures other than my own. As I mentioned, I was brought up in a traditional community, and it was very hard for me to adjust to living in cities. But I learnt hard, and it was hard work. And the same as living in a multicultural society and everyone sort of living and breathing and eating harmoniously together and enjoying each other's company is going to really be about, hard work for all of us.
Ryan?
I'd just like to say that many people these days judge people by what they look like on the outside, and if you want to see what a person really is, you have to judge them by their inside.
So what does that mean? You have to actually give them a chance?
Yeah, by their personality and their lovingness and stuff like that.
And do you think that Australians will be able to do that?
Well, if they put their heart to it, they should be able to.
What would your message be to those people who are racist?
I think that you should think again and that you should not be racist because racist people are sick.
All right, well, we've been talking about racism today, and learning about the different cultures is truly a wonderful thing. It does broaden your life, and we all should make an effort to understand people that we share our country with. Here's our address if you'd like to write to us. Look Who's Talking, Post Office Box 304, Gordon, New South Wales, 2072. So do drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you, particularly if you've got any ideas or subjects that you'd like us to discuss. And today it's been a very interesting subject, and I have to thank our guest, Bill Buchanan. Thanks very much, Bill. Francine Cito, thank you. And our audience from Raceview Primary School. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you next time.
Four other buildings were also torched. Prime Minister Keating's new cabinet sworn in this morning. Despite Labor's push for a republic, all ministers swore allegiance to the Queen. Two Brisbane schoolboys rewarded for their quick thinking in preventing an arson attempt in Cleveland recently. Their initiative meant a community hall was saved. And Australia has been thrashed in the third one-day international in Wellington. All out for 126 in reply to New Zealand's 214. The full stories join us first at 5. Tonight on Hinch, the families who are forced to live on a toxic minefield.
My hands are burning here.
And they say it's safe to live here, it's a joke.
The environmental disaster ignored by the authorities.
I don't need this.
And could this battler be our next world champ? Hinch, weeknights at 7 o'clock on 10.
Oh, I think flexibility of paying the loan back when it suits our needs.
Kathy and Cameron are talking to the National about a tailored home loan.
For saving.
Try this.
Uh-huh.
Gee.
Pretty snazzy.
It's a big saving.
Well, it's excellent.
Look how much you're saving.
Well, yeah.
Ask the National how much a tailored home loan could save you.
As we age, the loss of calcium can cause our bones to become brittle. That's why it's important to enjoy high-calcium foods and exercise regularly. Shapes high in calcium, low in fat. Now's the time to shape up for the future.
SolarTube, the best natural lighting system, is now in 2 sizes. SolarTube really performs. The exclusive patented reflector beams natural light directly into your home, right where you want it. Spectacular natural light for your bathroom, your hallway, your kitchen or laundry. Flood any size room with natural light.
You can install it yourself, or for a small fee, I'll do it for you straight away.
Ring right now on 131619. Genuine, affordable SolarTube, now in 2 sizes.
For Ultima. In code.
This is a paper towel. Ugh. This is not just a paper towel, it's stronger. The versatile new towel from Sorbent. New Sorbent. It's not just a paper.
A city doctor. Stranded with his worst friend.
Blueberry. Red blueberry.
In the middle of nowhere.
If you need anything, just blow on top.
8:30 Thursday, Northern Exposure on 10.
When I touch you with soft lips, you know that I'm there, and you know that I care. There's a language of love in the touch of my hand. You understand the language of love.
Oh, I've got a bit of a headache. I can't face the hoop.
Me too.
Oh, no, not the way. Oh.
What's he up to? Tastes good.
Yeah.
Aspirin Clear dissolves in water to relieve pain fast. Use only as directed. If pain persists, see your doctor.
G'day. The wife and I decided the house needed brightening up a little bit. Come on, I'll show you what we did. This is the living room before the skylights and after. Now, this is the kitchen before, and this is the kitchen after the solar aspect skylight. This is the bathroom. And look at this, after the skylight.
The secret? These skylights are from Solar Aspect. They were only $249 each, fully installed. We couldn't buy cheaper. It's the Skylight Bonanza at Solar Aspect. 252-1999.
We're taking 15% off everything. Tomorrow at Best and Less. 15% off everything at Best and Less, but only tomorrow, so you'll have to be quick.
You could travel all over Queensland in search of the finest ceramic tile showroom, and you'd find it right here in Brisbane. Farrington Tiles and Slate will amaze you. A huge range of exclusive Italian tiles, proudly presented by specially trained staff who really know what they're talking about. The prices will amaze you. The latest in style and fashion is imported directly. You can have the very best for your home. Head straight for Farrington Tiles and Slate, Farrington Street, Alderley. We're open 7 days.
For my permed hair, I want softness, but above all, lots of bounce.
Now I've discovered Energon's conditioner for permed hair from L'Oreal. It gives back fantastic bounce to my perm.
Energon's a unique formula with a dual performance. It puts the bounce back in your perm while caring for your hair.
With Energon's, my hair is softer. My perm is as beautiful as on its first day.
Energon's from L'Oreal keeps the bounce of your perm, cares for your hair.
Your favourite baby photo could win you a family holiday in Disney World flying United Airlines. Our kids win too. Johnson & Johnson will give $50,000 to the Children's Cancer Fund. Entry forms at store displays and the Australian Women's Weekly.
He's dad and Fergie's lover and doesn't care who knows.
Yes, she absolutely helped us carry on the affair.
Also, an Aussie at the centre of an American scandal, sex in the military. Hard copy, 9:30 Thursday.
It's just the look you want. It's exactly what you need. You knew when you saw it, it'll be just right. You can't wait to get it home tonight.
The new Freedom Furniture catalogue has arrived with 68 pages full of free and new releases and stunning new value. It's free and it's in store now.
Everybody loves their freedom.
As you help strengthen her body, Colgate strengthens her teeth. Colgate Special Formula has both calcium and fluoride. It helps calcium penetrate teeth to strengthen them against cavities. Colgate. Only your dentist can give stronger decay protection.
Altec the Space Makers continue their exclusive recession-busting build-it-yourself patio kit offer. Altec will come out to your home, measure up all the materials you'll need, have them cut to size and delivered for you to build it yourself at the lowest price possible. But there's more. If you ring Altec this week and pay just $30 more when you order your patio cover, patio extension or patio enclosure, Altec will build it for you. You just won't get a better offer, so ring Altec now.
Good girl. Altec. Altec the Space Makers. Phone 376 3111.
Pumping up the smile. Yeah, pumping up the style. Yes, her McLean's are showing.
Walking in the sky.
When she passes by. Yes, her McLean's are showing.
Ooh, I want that smile, want to dream that dream. Love the cool, clean taste of fresh breath McLean's. McLean's with calcium GP for strong, white, healthy teeth.
Are your McLean's showing?
We're taking 15% off everything tomorrow at Best and Less. 15% off everything at Best and Less, but only tomorrow, so you'll have to be quick. Presenting the latest handheld sewing system from Singer, the name and reliability. This portable take-anywhere battery-operated model is Singer's most convenient sewing machine ever. In minutes, you can fix curtains, mend zippers, sew a ripped seam, adjust a hemline. Handy stitch sews anywhere, anytime. Pierce Simpson are proudly offering this genuine Singer complete portable sewing system for only $39.95, plus post-handling and insurance. Phone 008-807-807. And remember, if it isn't a handy stitch, it isn't a genuine Singer. Call 008-807-807 now.
In a city of lonely hearts, two are reaching out.
I just thought dinner. All right.
But what happens when the friendship
I rejected him, and he obviously couldn't handle it.
becomes an obsession? Melrose Place, Friday on 10.